What's up YouTube, Virus here with another figure review, and this time I will be reviewing the San Diego Comic Con 2019 exclusives Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue, and Broly. So I decided to get these guys to review them for you all as a kind of thank you all for 100 subscribers. It's kind of, I guess, a 100 subscriber special, I guess. But I definitely wanted to get them for you guys for being such great fans and for the 100 subscribers. I appreciate that a lot. But for starters, let's show off the box. There is the box, so the standard exclusive box, as you can see, and I got them from Mercari. They were $85, I believe, and the seller, I can't really remember exactly what his name was, but I'll make sure I put it down in the description because he was great. Apparently there was a mix-up because there was the package the box he had sent it in originally was too large, so they ended up sending it back to him. So then he repackaged it again, like I think it was yesterday, and then shipped it again yesterday, and they got here today. So I guess it was extremely like overnight shipping or something. So they came in quicker than I expected, and he had great communication and everything, so I'll probably put his name down in the description. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that and where I got him from and all that stuff. But anyways, Broly fell over back there. There is the side of the box. Go back further, there's the Gogeta, and then we got Broly over there. And then on the back, same as the front. Well, basically. But anyway, slide it out. And that's where the figures were. In there. And then the back is pretty sweet. Gonna make that the thumbnail, because I really like that a whole lot. And then of course side's still the same. Everything, so pretty standard for exclusives. But anyways, let's show you guys Gogeta first, because he's not really too much of a difference to the original, like he is, but he isn't. So there is his face, his hair. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up, but it's a lot more glittery than the original, so more metallic than the original. Of course, the body is the same, and then you can barely tell. Of course, there's a little bit of roughage and stuff around, like a little bit of paint mishaps that they did with the vest. But it's actually a little bit duller and more sparkly in there, so more metallic paints in the vest. But that's a lot less noticeable than the pants. The pants and the boots and then the wraps around there are just phenomenal. I really like it. It gives more of like a aroma feel to it, you could say, like Super Saiyan Blue would. So I really like that a lot. It really brings out a lot of different colors and stuff, and I don't know, I just really love the lightness of the blue. It's almost like white. It's so metallic-y. I really like it a whole lot. And then, of course, articulation. You got the same old, down, up, side to side a little bit. And then arms go all the way up that much. Then down, rotate all the way around. And then you got bicep, which is kind of stiff. There we go. So that goes all the way around. Double joint elbows for that much. And then of course a hinge at the wrist. And it kind of sticks out quite a bit. the hinge on the wrist, but at the same time it's about the same as the original, so of course it is the same body and everything, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. And then the torso, back that much, forward, side to side, and then of course it can rotate all the way around like so, because it's on a ball just like all Dragon Stars. And then foot can kick up that much, forward, all the way around, and then the knee for that much. It's not really double joint at all, but you do have quite a bit of bend there. And then of course you got hinge at the foot, and it can kind of rock side to side a little bit, but it can also rotate all the way around like so. And then for the comparison with the original, you can see a little bit of a difference in the hair. And then the vest, you can see it a little bit, not too much. The vest and the hair are probably the less noticeable. And then you got the belts, which way different. And then of course the wristbands are pretty much the same. Same with the, well, no, the feet on the exclusive are a lot lighter than the original as well. And then of course the pants on the new one have more shading and more shine to them. And then the belts, the major sticks out like a lot. And then of course down there above the boots stick out a lot. So definitely way better the new one is, because it takes away from the darkness of him, and where they darken Broly, like put shadows on Broly, and they did the same with the exclusive Ultra Instinct, so they really look good together. So it works a lot better now. You don't have just a really dark Gogeta or just get tongue-tied, extreme shading Gogeta. You got a Broly to go with him, so I really like that. So that's it for Gogeta. Move this one out of the way. Now my favorite of the two, Broly. So his hair is also more shiny. Can't really tell too much on camera, but whenever we get into it, you'll be able to. And then of course way more shading on him, which I really like that. The shading looks super nice. I love it a lot. And then you got for the wrists, it's more, they stick out more. There's more like of a metallic look to them. Well, not really too much to the wrist. It's very faint. It's more or less on the legs that has more of a metallic, but it's also above the wristbands, and the legs are the same. It's more of a gray than the white to the original, so it looks a lot better, but at the same time it looks kind of off too. So I have mixed emotions about that, because it kind of looks like shades on it, which I really like that. But all in all, it works really well together. And then got more metallic to the cloth around him, aka the ear. The only thing that kind of throws me off is they went to such great lengths to him, but didn't paint the back the same color as that right there. So that kind of throws me off. I figured they would paint back there, since they went the extra mile to paint him, and he's an exclusive after all. But you know, you can take what you can get, and where he's so big and they did so much shading and everything, I would prefer to have the shading than the earpiece painted down there. But also, his paints are way more shiny and a better purple look to them. I like them a whole lot better. They're not so plain, and they have shading and everything. So all the shading looks just amazing on him. And then of course you go down to the boots, and then those are also metallic-y looking. doesn't really want to pick that up, but whenever we do the comparison, you can tell even more. So, articulation, down, up that much, side to side a little bit, and then rotate, of course, and then his arm can go up, really stiff, there we go, that much, and then down, kind of sounds like a ratchet in it. Never noticed that with the original, but it probably does have it. But anyways, bicep, all the way around, double joint elbows for that much, and then the hinge at the wrist, and rotation at the wrist, and then for the torso, well, the waist, it can go back that much, down that much, not really much side to side, but of course it can go that way, and of course can go all the way around, and then he can kick out that much, so not very much. You can kind of play with it. We can kick out a little bit further, and then back, not really, but it can swivel side to side, the leg can. And then he's got a double joint knee, so it is kind of like ratchets in there. You can see it. So probably pop him apart. There we go. To see more of the articulation. There we go. So go forward, back, out. So quite a bit is there, just not with skirt. Probably end up making a custom skirt for the original, probably not for this one, but I'll probably do like a cloth one or whatever, with like I did with my custom, just with the original. That way he can have a lot of articulation. But this one, I don't really want to take away from the new skirt piece they gave us with him, because I really like that a lot. But anyways, double joint knees. Well, not really. Oh, there we go. Got it to move. And of course it looks like a ratchet in there too. Kind of has clicking and kind of doesn't want to go. But then of course ankle articulation down, up, and then it can go all the way around. And I'll have to end up fixing that. Not really. It fixed itself. So, pop him apart, so that way we can put him back together, and then show the comparison, and then end the video off right. Well, do it behind the camera. Like the original, he is hard to get back together. Well, go back off the camera. There we go. Got it. So, bring in the original. We have the hair. You can definitely tell now that there's a little bit more shine to the new one. And then the shading on him is way better. Just looks a whole lot better. The scars and everything in the face. And then of course you got the new ear. So much better. And then the legs, again, so much better. And then you got the wristbands. Just extremely well done. And definitely worth picking up if you can find them for a reasonable price. Like I said, I got mine on Mercari, and they are amazing. Definitely love them. So, in my opinion, like I said, they're definitely worth getting. if you can find them for $100 or less. Like I said, mine were $85, and I don't regret it at all. They're definitely worth it. Yeah, they're repaints and not really newly sculpted ones, but definitely, again, worth it. So, let's add Jiren and the Ultra Instinct Goku. And then, of course, we have our exclusives from last year. The Gokus. And the only exclusive I don't have is the first Dragon Stars from, getting tongue-tied. The first Dragon Stars exclusive, which was the, I believe, Super Saiyan Goku was the first one, but I don't have him, haven't really seen him online or anything. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, thank you all for all the support, and I really appreciate it. This has been 12 Virus, signing out.